Hi, I'm Ms. Uma Rajendran and welcome you all in Uma's Wisdom. So, how are you all? Good? Good. Even I am happy that today I am coming with part 3 video. So, which chapter we are doing? Huh? Yes, sources of history. And how many subtopics are there in that? 5 subtopic. We have done with introduction, material sources, written sources, and today we are going to do with oral sources. That's like a good students. Let's see what is there in oral sources. Ovics, folk songs, folk tales, and similar literature is passed on from generation to generation by word of mouth. Means the folk dance, the folk cultures, folk tales, stories, and similar literatures, whatever been written and kept, is passed on from one generation to one generation by word of mouth. Means orally. खाली मुंह से बोल के हम पास करते हैं, उसको बोलते हैं ओरल रिसोर्सेस. मत जनरेशन टू जनरेशन में पीढ़ियों से हम दादा दादी कुछ बोलते हैं, फिर मम्मी पापा कुछ बोलते हैं, उसको बोलते हैं जनरेशन टू जनरेशन बाय वर्ड ऑफ माउथ. ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट? दिस लिटरेचर इज नॉट इन द रिटन फॉर्म, इट्स ऑथर्स आर अननोन. नाउ whatever literature is written and kept, but we are speaking about it orally. Nobody is given the name, the title, who has written, when it was written, that is not there. The author is not mentioned, but it is there in written form and we follow and we come to know. The author is unknown, मतलब किसने लिखा वो हमें पता नहीं, पर लिखा हुआ है और एक दूसरे से सुनते सुनते हम सुन रहे. This type of literature preserved by oral tradition forms the oral sources of history. This type of literature what has been preserved, the folk dance, the folk song, the written folk tales, whatever these items are there, they are called oral sources of history. Now what is that next one? Let's see. Oh, what is that? Sources of Asian Indian history. Now what was our Asian Indian history? Means our people in India, what they followed, what was their sources. So that we are going to see in this. The Asian people of Indian history extends from Stone Age to the 18th century. That means from the Stone Age to 18th century is known as Asian period. Okay. Now, since scripts had not developed at that time, no written sources are available. However, information about the Asian period from 1500 BCE onwards can be derived from the Vedic literature. Now, in those days, there was not many written sources available. They were only saying orally. The Vedas were taught, the slokas were taught orally from one person to another person, like Guru is teaching the Shishya orally, not in written form. Okay. However, the information about the Asian period from 1500 BCE, they started writing and preserving the Vedas. Means हमारा पहले का लिटरेचर जो होता है ना, वेदास, श्लोकास, वो सब उसके बाद उन्होंने लिख के प्रिजर्व करने लगे. In the beginning, the Vedas were not in written form. The Asian Indians had developed the techniques of memorizing and reciting them. The Vedas were written down later on. In the beginning, the Vedas were told orally only, and later they developed the techniques of writing, and then they preserved whatever was there, they preserved in writing. The Vedas and the post-Vedic literature form an important source of Asian Indian history. Now Vedas and post-Vedas are the main source of our Asian Indian history. Means हमारा मूल आधार क्या है? Vedas and Vedic literature. अपना पूरा ज्ञान सब कुछ हमने उनसे ही सीखा है, और वही ट्रेडिशन को हम थोड़ा बहुत मॉडिफाई करते करते आए, पर उनका बेस हमारा जो मूल ये है वैदिक का या वेदास का, वो हमने अभी तक नहीं छोड़ा. वी हैव द बेसिक base of that and we are growing on, but still we have the base of that. Okay, it includes the Brahmanas, the Upanishads, the epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata. The Jain and the Buddhist literature, plays, poems, stone and pillar inscriptions, travelogues of foreign travelers, etc. Now it includes all this: Brahmanas, Upanishads, Ramayana, Mahabharata. All these are Vedic literature. They have written and kept. Now we read Ramayana through books. Yes, and inspiration, whatever we see around that, from that we can come to know. And the travelologist means the person who travel from one place to another, knows about that place. He writes and keep and preserve it. He is called travelologist. And that from that also we can come to know that this person went there, he did the research and he has written and kept about that. Now we also learn about ancient Indian history through material sources like archaeological remains, Asian monuments and coins found in excavation. Now we learn from material sources like archaeological sources, Asian monuments and coins. All these gives us the information about history. Now what is that? Let's see. Precautions to be taken while writing history. I have already explained that if an history, the person who writes the history is known as historian. So if an historian is writing about somebody or some place, he can't blindly write it. He should be taking care of some rules and regulations. Okay, if he is writing. Now what is that? It is necessary to take precautions while using these sources to write history. A written document cannot be said to be authentic just because it is old. It needs to be examined critically as to who wrote it, why and when it was written. Like if you are writing history, it can't be orally or false. It should be authentic, means वो सही होना चाहिए, गलत नहीं हो सकता है. Okay, and if somebody has told, the old person has told, so it will be right? No, it can't be like that. Okay, so everything should be cross checked. It should be cross checked whether if this person is telling it is right or what. Now second point, the conclusions drawn on the basis of various genuine documents have been cross checked and corroborated with one another. Such critical analysis is very important in writing history. See, when you come to conclusion, if I am one person of historian, the other person is there, he is also doing the same research, I am also doing it, should come, both should come in same thing, like what I have researched, it should be true, and that person, so conclusion should be same. Okay, and that will be analyzed and then it will be written and preserved, and that will be published for us to go through the books. Now, oh, wonderful. Now we have done with all the three parts, that is part 1, part 2, part 3. If you have any queries, please do write in the comment box. Like, subscribe and share with your friends. I will be coming with wonderful upcoming videos, not only for grade 6, for many more classes, and even state board and CBSE board. I will be coming with many videos. Please do like and subscribe. And also thank you for the subscriber who have subscribed my channel. Thank you very much. Need your support and love. Bye. See you. Have a good day.